Hello world, Stephen Michael Zach here, and today we're taking a look at the Shimbol CP5. It'll cost you $99 at the time of the recording of this video, and I did buy this with my own money, so these are going to be my own brutal and honest opinions as always. So let's take a look at what comes inside the box. My own brutal and honest opinions as always. This is new to me. Inside the box, you're going to get the monitor itself, you're going to get a MagSafe case, and you're going to get your shutter button and a C2C wire. Now let's talk about build quality here. This is made of nice metal, and it does have very nice glass up front. Now, I will say that this glass is super fingerprinty, so you will need to keep some kind of cloth and some kind of spray around to keep cleaning it. I highly recommend, and I believe they do make them. I'll leave the link below. I do believe that they make screen protectors. I would absolutely go and get one for this, but let's take a look at the controls here. And of course, you have the power button, you have a shutter button, and you have a flip button here. And of course, you have a reset little hole right there. And then flipping around the top is nothing. The bottom is nothing. And then at the bottom, you have a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, what looks to be possibly a speaker. You have a USB 5 volt and Type-C, and you have a micro SD card. And yes, this does come with a 16 gig micro USB card. Installation is very easy. You're just going to go ahead and snap it into the case, and there you go, super MagSafe. Now let's go ahead and fire this up by holding the on button. And I will say that this does take a bit of time to turn on. Again, you can see all the fingerprints. So again, getting that screen would probably be the best thing. And while that loads up, we'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and clean the screen here so you can see this better. And whoops, go back here. And right away, right out of the box, you get this code that you scan with your phone. And I would highly recommend just scanning with the phone and not hooking through your router. This is the easiest way. So I'll take my iPhone here and I'll click join the network here. And we'll go ahead and say join network. And the next thing you want to do is you want to swipe down here. Whoops. You want to swipe down here and you want to go to these two boxes here. That is your mirror sharing, and select CP5 with that crazy number at the end. And once it does connect, you can go ahead and get out of this. And as you can see, we are out and working here. Now, just to give you an idea, here's the lag. Let's give you some lag here. So you could see kind of there is a little bit of a lag on the monitor. So there you go, there you have it. But let's take a look at the monitor itself. Okay, so now let's take a look at the controls. Now, first off, you do get a power indicator, you get your Bluetooth, and you get a little thing that says, oh, there's an SD card in here. Now, you could see the controls here. You can press this little arrow here, and all that stuff will disappear. And this is just, what you're seeing now is just what is on my cell phone. So here we are in video mode, and you can click on this 16:9, and it will give you a 16:9 image here. Click on 3/4, and as you can see, you get this little red box here. Then you click here and go to 16:9, and then you get a red all the way around the corner there. Then you could do your grid lines, 9 or 16. So there you go. There you have it. And then you have a play button, a record button. Yes, this does record. It actually records in 1080p, so you can record 1080p up here. And of course, you have a flip screen button there. Then when you press this box, you get your menu, you get your color, your brightness, your saturation, your settings, Bluetooth, your connect mode. That's AP mode or Wi-Fi mode. You want to stay in AP mode. Go to settings, wireless LAN. You can hook this up via wireless LAN. You get the volume for your headphone jack, and you can turn the record mode off and on. So there you go. There you have it. And of course, you have your system, which is your language, your system info, factory reset, format your card, and about us. And as you can see, because I went into that LAN setting, I've lost the connection, so I will have to reconnect this. So my advice is not to mess around with any of the setting controls except for the volume. Don't even turn off the record mode because you will lose connectivity.
A few moments later.
And there we go, we're back. So it is very easy to actually lose the screen there. Let's go back into video and let's put this back to where we had it.
I keep telling myself I'm just doing my job.
Now you can hit the record button and play. So right now we're recording a 1080 image here, and you'll see a red box, and that will go to a circle and a small square. And we'll hit stop, and we'll go into play. And there we go. There's our footage. You have your back, your forward. You press this box, and you get a list of everything that you have. Now, one thing I will say is, and we'll talk about this later, is I wish you could watch movies on this, but you cannot. I have a few movies here. I have my own promo set in here, and I named it to the ZO-A-Yan. And as you can see, this does not play. Does not play properly. Let's click the box. See, you get this green box here and only half the image there. So if you want to put your own movies on here, or you want to put your own clips on here, unless you've recorded it with this, it's not going to play correctly. And we'll talk about that in the con section. But you can go back, go forward. You have a scrub line here, and you have a play and pause button. You can hit this trash can, which will delete the footage, and you do have this back button to take you back into the camera. And if you want to get rid of the image there, you can go ahead and just tap this little arrow. You could also flip the image by either using the flip button here or using the flip button here up top here. So let's talk pros and cons. And one of the major cons here that I'm not showing you is if you try to go to a YouTube or Netflix, this thing will disconnect. And that is and I understand that they don't want you using the record button to record YouTube or Netflix or anything else. But there is a setting where you can turn the record button off. Even when you turn the record button off, it still disconnects you from your phone, from whatever you're connecting to. And that, I think, is a huge misstep. This does have a micro SD card. I would love nothing more than to just take this on the plane instead of my large tablet and be able to put my movies on here and watch my movies. This will slide into my pocket far better than a tablet or watching things on my phone, which will die by the time I land. It would have been great if we could watch movies on this thing and put our own movies via the SD card. And it would be great if we could watch YouTube, if we could surf YouTube by just turning off the record button. I think that is a huge missed opportunity, and I hope that maybe they have a firmware update that will allow us to at least put our own footage on here or our own movies on here. Because as you saw before, it only shows half the screen, and at the bottom it's green. It's very, very weird. Even when I rename the file, it's still too large and the wrong angle. So that, I think, is just a missed opportunity. So really hope there's a firmware update coming for this that'll allow us to watch our movies on this. Other cons, the screen is very glossy. You will need to keep some kind of cleaner and a rag around to clean off your fingerprints. So there you go. There you have it. Other than that, I really do like this thing. Does it do what it promises? Is it a MagSafe monitor for your camera so you can view yourself while you're recording? Yes, absolutely. Does what it's supposed to do. Is there a missed opportunity? Could it be more? And that is a yes. For the price, I think $99, it is a very nice device. It's better than some of the other options out there, like that stupid mirror that hooks to the top of your camera, and then you have to kind of point it at the screen. I think I've had that in the studio. I think that's ridiculous. This is definitely, if you're an iPhone shooter, this is a definite, I think, a definite must. I just wish it were a lot more. I will say that the viewing angles, when you're viewing it straight on, it's fine. But once you start to turn it at certain angles, the viewing angle kind of gets a little dimmer. So it's not the best viewing angles, but not the worst viewing angles I've ever seen. So those are my thoughts, but I want to know yours. So leave your questions and comments in the notes below. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget to mash the bell button to be notified when we drop a brand new video. And feel free to use the links below as it helps out the channel. I'm Stephen Michael Zach, and this is new to me.